Hello everyone, my name is Suhaila Nasywa and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I would like to share you about how to deal with the different types of young learner and principle of TEYL. So without any further ado, let's get started.
So the first material is about how to deal with passive and active learner. The first, we can vary the task combined between listening, speaking, reading, writing, vocab, and grammar, because each student have the different learning style, so we must to combine between all. The second one is give everyone equal chance to speak up, because the characteristics of young learner, one of them is egocentric, so we must to give them chance and equal chance. The third is reinforce comment, compliment or reward, because the young learner needs a validation. And the next is walk around the class so everyone will get your attention. So because the young learner have the characteristic kinesthetic and curious, so we must to walk around and monitoring them so they will get attention to us. And the next, mix the passive and active students in the same groups. So we must to mix between active and passive so it will be blend. And then the next, change the seating arrangement so we can adjust the seating arrangement if there will be an examination, so the seating arrangement is far among students 1 and students 2. If there will be a good discussion or group discussion, it will be make a circle every seating arrangement. And then the next is we must to remember their name, so they will be very happy because of we remember the simple thing and very important about them. And the next, we must to give motivate words like you're amazing, and like I said before, they need a validation, so we must appreciate them as often as possible. And the last, if the students is difficult to approach, we can do the personal approach like eye to eye and heart to heart, not in front of their friends, but only we and our students, so that the motivations will be delivered so well. So for the next material is about how to deal with slow and fast learner. Learner, not all of them can study so fast. There are some of them study slow too. So we can deal it with the first, apply peer tutoring. We can gather the fast can tutor the slow, like the students who can study more fast than others can be tutor the slow learners. We can involve them. The next, we can apply mixed group, fast and slow in group discussion, to combine and to blend them so that the fast and slow will be helpful. And the next, do comprehension check, especially on the slow learner. Not like a yes or no questions, but we can to ask them to repeat our instructions so that the learning will be delivered effectively. For the next, we must to equals the slow and the fast learner. don't focus only one, but we must to pay attention to both of them. And then, like as usual, we must to walk around the class to monitoring them, to make sure that all of the material they understand about all of the material. And then vary the learning methods, like the materials before, vary the level difficulties of the task, assignment, or the test. Like we can vary the difficult, more many, or the easy one, and etc. And then we can change the seating arrangement regularly, so the study will never getting bored. And we must to give special treatment or attention to the slow learners because they need more specifically to study privately. And then give enrichment or extra exercise to the fast learner because they need more tasks for their intelligence. And then give remedial teaching to the slow learner. If they have the little grade, we must to add the remedial teaching to the slow learner. And we must to always give feedback so students know their ability, because feedback is the most important thing in teaching. And the last, do the personal approach. Talk to a specific learner if needed. Yeah, if the learner, the slow learner or the fast learner can be specific to talk about how if there be a tutor or how if there will be an extra study and etc. We must to do the personal approach. For the last material is about principles of TEYL. The first is implicit learning. Implicit learning is the learning of complex information in an unintentional manner, without awareness. Yes, in implicit learning, we didn't aware that we are studying there. Like when we was a child, we studied to ride a bike, but we don't aware that we study about that. But we very enjoyable to do that. So that is implicit learning. And then for the next is contextual learning. Contextual learning is learning based on the constructivist theory or based on the own experience, like conducting and designing experiments with the scientific method, or like the play game, and it's relatable with everyday life. For the next is meaningful learning. Meaningful learning means the act of higher order thinking skill and development through intellectual engagement. Like we know about alphabet, but we must to know where our alphabet from. Our critical thinking is constructed in this principle. And then the last is a learner-centeredness approach. So, in this principle, the learner as an active agent. They bring their personal experience, education, and ideas. Like, not only teacher can be delivered the material, but the students can be delivered too. For the example, like presentation in the class.
So from the explanations, we can conclude that we as a teacher must be divided equally for the children according to the many types of children, and we must adjust the principle of language teaching according to what the students need and the current situation. So that's all from me. Sorry if there are any mistake from my explanation. I hope my explanations can be usable in your daily life. So that's all from me, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.